great coverage by The Verge. And isn't this like typical Uber behavior? Why should we be surprised? Uber offers to pay for drivers' health insurance and then yanks it away. Doesn't that sound familiar? Multiplier, destination. We sincerely apologize for this error. I've never heard Uber really apologize. This must be one of the first times they've actually apologized. Uber mistakenly sent out an email to some of its drivers and delivery workers last month offering to cover some of their health insurance costs, only to revoke the offer 2 weeks later. My guess is they got called out. They got embarrassed in media and then they acted. They probably thought they could get away with it, right? On May the 26th, an email from Uber with the enticing subject line, "It's a great time to get health coverage," appeared in the inbox of an unspecified number of the company's drivers and delivery workers. When they opened the mail, they were greeted by an even more alluring proposition: Uber can help cover your healthcare costs. Driver and couriers for Uber are classified as independent contractors, making them ineligible for employer-sponsored health insurance plans. For years, many of these workers have lobbied for more benefits and protections, only to face strong opposition from Uber. So one can only imagine the shock from drivers who opened this email and saw an offer for subsidies ranging from $613.77 to $1,277.54, depending on the type of insurance plan they had and the amount of hours they worked each week. That kind of money could be transformative for drivers, many of whom subsist on poverty-level wages and are struggling to find work amid a steep drop in demand during the pandemic. What could account for this radical change in position by Uber? As it turns out, nothing has changed. Uber intended only to send the email to drivers and delivery workers in California and not any other state. Unfortunately, we made a mistake sending this email to you, as this policy only applies to drivers and delivery people in California that you screwed over. The email to one driver read, "We sincerely apologize for this error." A spokesman said that the company's support team is working with drivers and delivery workers who received the email by mistake. Really? A company this large makes that type of mistake, gives these type of false hopes? Bait and switch, ladies and gentlemen. Last year, Uber, along with Lyft, DoorDash, and other gig companies, poured over $200 million into the Yes on 22 campaign to exempt them from a California state law that would require them to treat their workers like employees. The companies aggressively opposed the law, arguing it would eliminate driver flexibility while also increasing consumer prices and wait times. The measure passed in November 2020 with 59% of the vote. It's actually 58.7%. Under Prop 22, Uber and other gig work companies are required to provide healthcare subsidies equal to 41% the average California coverage premium for each month for drivers and couriers who average between 15 and 25 hours per week of engaged time. That's just on a time on the app. That's actually time you're driving. This would explain the email, but doesn't explain why it also ended up in the inboxes of drivers and couriers who don't reside in California. Edward Brumilla, a political science professor who lives in Raleigh, North Carolina, and occasionally drives for Uber, received the original email about the healthcare subsidies. I may be an atypical Uber driver. I have a PhD, and so tend to think these things in a political context. But it is part of the ludicrous song and dance the rideshare companies are always doing, bait and switch, to maintain the fiction that their labor force are not employees or workers, Brumilla wrote to The Verge in an email. He added, it also demonstrates that they'll provide benefits for riders or for passengers only when they're forced to. That's it. Only when Uber has the gun on their head or they get embarrassed in the media, maybe then they will cough up some cash. Ladies and gentlemen, I offer you Curial, one of my sponsors. Several new sponsors coming on board this month. This one is Curial, anything delivered. Download the app, right? Android is following soon. This is the iOS app. Anything delivered, sushi, dry cleaning, beer, watermelons, whatever you need, check it out. All on this wonderful website here. Go right to the very bottom there and bam, get the app. Have a great day, my friends. And let me know if you received this bait and switch email. Have a great day.